Hello and welcome to the Man Games. This is the second episode of Fun with Figures. Today we are going to be looking at some WCW figures. So we're going to start off today with a Goldberg figure. Now this Goldberg figure came with like a kind of like a claw. You put it in the claw, press the trigger, and then they went to fight with each other. Pretty bad idea, really. And the figure's not great neither, to be honest. I don't really know why the arms move like that. I mean, do you know anyone's arm that can move like that? But I mean, I suppose you could say that about a lot of things. I mean, whose arm moves like that? But yeah, I can't say I ever remember Goldberg wearing something like this, neither. So yeah, that's the Goldberg figure to start off today. Next up we have a Jarrett figure. There's a few marks there on the chest and legs, but otherwise it is in fairly good condition for an old figure. I used to have this figure when I was a child. It came with a vest that you could put on Jeff Jarrett with Velcro, so you could take it on and off. A guitar, which after you'd smashed people over the head with it a few times was a bit hard to get back together, actually. I'm sure I used to have to blue tack mine back together for it to stay intact. And I used to get a Jeff Jarrett tattoo, I think, with the figure. Not really sure who would want to go around with a Jeff Jarrett tattoo, but let's face it, I was probably one of them people. I think you used to be able to squeeze his legs together and it used to do something, but not so much now. I'm not sure if you can be able to tell on the camera, but his back and chest are actually slightly different colour from the arms and the neck. Not really sure why, you know, figure makers do that, because it is quite a occurring problem on figures that I've noticed. So that's a Jeff Jarrett figure. So I mean, one negative, but there's quite a lot of positives. Next up we have a Macho Man Randy Savage figure. Now if you watched the first episode of Fun with Figures, I did mention that these were actually my nephew's figures, not mine. And this figure was actually covered in chocolate when I got hold of it. So if you're watching, my nephew, clean your figures after you've played with them. This figure has, well, it used to be able to do something, it doesn't do it now. I'm not sure if it's got chocolate stuck in it. But other than that, it's a good figure. There is a similar Macho Man Randy Savage figure out there, but the vest part is slightly different. So yeah, that is Macho Man Randy Savage. Next up we have another Goldberg figure. Same again with the skin, really. This Goldberg figure kind of looks like he's had a bad fake tan. And you might be able to see that on the camera, the marks are coming off the t-shirt. On the back you can see there it says "Who's next?" So yeah, not another great Goldberg figure. We're not getting on a good start with these Goldberg figures today. So yeah, that's Goldberg. Next up we have a Rey Mysterio figure. Now if you have never seen this before and you're wondering why it's so small, well, it actually came free with a Giant figure. The Giant is the Big Show, in case you don't know that. His hands on the figure were so big that you had to extend the neck to get his hand around the figure. This figure seems to have massive hands for such a small figure. I reckon his hand's actually bigger than his head, to be honest. There's a bit of wear and tear on the knees there. But It's not a great figure, but then it came free, so you know it's free anyway. So does it really matter? Getting 2 figures for the price of 1. There was actually a Goldberg figure in the Slam and Smash series. Maybe it was Smash and Slam. One either way around. And yeah, you got a free Rey Mysterio with that, but that one was slightly bigger. It was made out of rubber, and it was a red masked Rey Mysterio. Next up, we have Sting. This is NWO Red and Black Sting Wolfpack figure. It came with his baseball bat and a leather jacket. This was the first large, these are basically like 6-inch figures. It was the first 6-inch figure that I bought, I think. I was used to the old Hasbro WWF figures, or was it LTG maybe, the WCW old ones were, that didn't really move. So yeah, this is Sting. There's just a bit of paintwork missing on his top where it used to say NWO. Bit of paintwork missing on the hand. But if you were a child and you had this Sting figure, you were a happy child. I know I was. Next up we have Hulk Hogan. Now he came with an NWO t-shirt which you could remove, and a spray can. So yeah, you can squeeze his arms together, and he moves the legs. Sorry, moves the arms when you squeeze the legs together. Not that. Yeah, I think it's when he's meant to like hulk up. So yeah, the only thing about this figure really is just it's a bit weird the way he moves, and his legs don't go all the way back. But I mean, it is a good figure. It's just a bit weird. I'm not really sure what this thing on the back's for. So yeah, that is NWO Hulk Hogan. Now, lastly, this is a figure that I wanted when I was a child. DDP. Now, I did have a DDP figure, just not this one. It was in the same range, but my figure did not come like this. Mine just had black jeans on. None of the blue jeans or the waistcoat or the t-shirt. I had a friend at school and he had this one in the same range, but mine was different. I do think this one is the better one of the two, obviously. But he's been well played with. As you squeeze the legs now, his arms don't move like they should. You can see the tattoos there on his arm, which are in black and white. They're not in colour as his arm, but it's still a good figure. He'd still be able to give it a good diamond cutter. Maybe we should bring Hogan back and make him take a diamond cutter. Obviously, I tried to move the legs there, but they don't move anymore. So, diamond cutter. So that is it for today. Looking back at some of the old WCW figures. Go back and watch the first Fun with Figures episode if you haven't. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'd like to know your feedback, and we would like to know ways to make the channel better so everyone enjoys them more. Also go and watch the WWE 2K20 videos on the channel. And also there is an unboxing of WrestleCrate on the channel now. We finally got to 200 subscribers, so that was a special video going up. There will be one going up every month now, as I am a subscriber to WrestleCrate now. So every month there will be a special one, special video being brought out. Yeah, so please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And that's everything from today.